Okay, we're going to solve problem number 85, two parts of it, and problem number 87. First one, 85b. It looks a little strange just because it hits the x-axis only once, but that's okay. The first thing is, since its root is 3, that means in our equation we have to have x minus 3. And remember, y equals x minus 3 is just a line, and we need to make this a parabola, so we'll square it. Notice that even though the square is here, we still only have one root to the answer, because the only number we could plug in here that would result in a 0 is 3, because 3 minus 3 is 0. So there's the equation for the first one. If you wanted to, you could put this into a generic rectangle, x minus 3, and multiply it all the way out. You would get x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, next one. 85c. Notice that there are two intercepts. The reason I picked this one is because I thought it was a little bit strange with this 0 as an intercept. We'll do the 7 first. If 7 is plugged in for 0, that means we need x minus 7 in parentheses, because 7 minus 7 will give us our 0. And this 0 here means x minus 0 has to be a factor. You could write x plus 0 as well. It doesn't really matter. So we get this. And notice that y equals x minus 0, that's the same thing as y equals plain x times x minus 7. Now if you wanted to multiply that out, you would make a rectangle, although it would look like this. X and x minus 7. Multiply that out, you get x squared minus 7x. So y equals x squared minus 7x is your answer. The next one I picked out to do was 87. The first thing you're asked to do is to look at the graph and estimate where the roots are. The one thing that could deceive you is that it crosses here at 1. This is not a root, not a root. Remember, the roots are the places where the graph hits the x-axis. The roots would be here, and where I'm drawing in green, and here. So this one is, we can just guess, negative 1.5, something like that. They just ask us to estimate. And the other one maybe is 0.5. Any guess between 0 and 1 would do. Part B, it says something to the effect of, try to solve this using the zero product property. So the way we did that was we take our equation, 2x squared plus 2x minus 1, we set that equal to 0, and then we start our factoring process. So to factor this, we put 2x squared up here, negative 1 down here. When you multiply those, you'll get 2x squared. I'm sorry, negative 2x squared. When you add them, you should get 2. So we've got to think to ourselves, what two numbers multiply to be negative 2 and add to be 2? We know these both have to be x, but so one of them has to be negative so that we can get the negative 2. The only problem is there are not two numbers that exist that we know where you could multiply to get negative 2 and add to 2. So we cannot factor. So you would just say, well, I tried it, couldn't factor it. Nothing to do there. Actually, we'll have a method of solving this, but we won't see it until after spring break. Okay, bye.